So we've rolled for the mission, and it's Dawn of War, and the mission is Blood Feud. We've not actually played this one, surprisingly, but we've both noted down in secret our Blood Feud targets. Actually not as easy for us to call as we thought it would be, but that's what we're playing. We'll roll off the deployment and for set up first and go first and all that, and get one side deployed and kick off. Out of interest, Kenny's Warlord trait, he gets to redeploy a single unit, and my Warlord trait is my Flappy Bird now has Shred on his missile launcher thing. There we go, we'll get back to you after we've deployed and sorted ourselves out. Right, as per usual, 3,000 points, 1,000 suns versus 3,000 points of Iron Hands. Kenny, what have we got?
10-man task squad in the Rhino. Same as last week. 10-man tactical squad in a Rhino. 5-man tactical squad as well. Melta guns in a Rhino. All Rhinos have
Does Blaze multi-mellas?
Yeah. Spartan. 5-man command squad. Praetor in Cataphract type Terminator armour with flare shield and ceramite. 5-man Gorgon Terminator squad with power axes and a power hammer thing. Land Raider, the multi-miller and ceramite. A 10-man Medusa Immortal squad with Volkite chargers, possibly.
We'll check that one out.
Leviathan with a siege claw, Volkite culverins, and that nasty gun.
Grav bombardment cannon.
Yeah, and the Fox launcher in a drop pod.
Yay.
One third gun. And a 10-man Volkite culverin squad.
So that's 3,000 points of Iron Hands. We'll go through the 1,000 suns. So this week, not much of a change, but we've got the Flappy Bird with 10-man tac squad, melt bombs and sergeant. 2 tac squads, 10 men in rhinos with dozer blades. Dakka Dread, Combat Dread with a heavy flamer and a melter gun, I think. We'll check that. In a drop pod. We've got heavy support, Scorpius, Vindicator, Venator, and the Sicaran. Sicaran. Up front, we've got the Spartan, all the toys, 10-man Cataphractic squad with chain fists, but for the 2 with lightning claws, one guy's got a heavy flamer, power sword and sergeant, ready to take a challenge against Ferris, but Ferris didn't tip up. Psyker, Wizzywig, Psychic Shriek, Terrifying Shrouding, and Praetor in Artificer with an Iron Halo and a Mastercrafted Paragon Blade. That's 3,000 points, 1,000 suns. So here we are, deployment. Gorgons in Land Raider. Volkite culverins and the Thud gun sitting here. Breacher squad down there. Sorry, Medusa Immortals.
Thank you.
Down here. Command squad in the Spartan. That's the Iron Hands. Just give you an idea. So quite centrally actually, Kenny.
Yeah.
1,000 suns counter deployment. Spartan, 10-man Cataphractic squad with Psyker and Praetor. Sicaran Venator, Scorpius, Sicaran. Is it just a scout? The battle tank. And that's all we're bringing on for the 1,000 suns. Not going to bother rolling, so we will get back to you after the Iron Hands movement. Turn 1, which sadly will include him. Oh. So, we've just started with the Leviathan in a drop pod, and Kenny has decided to be really ballsy because he wants to be really ballsy.
For once,
first time ever, and he's scattered 9 inch.
I used it.
Oh, has he used a 6? You've used 6, and this was the roll. He's dead. Leviathan dealt with. Part of me wants to say you can have it back, but the other part of me is like, fuck you. I teach you for being ballsy. Right, so you saw the mishap, which just fucking throws this into contention, but we'll see what happens. These guys have just shuffled forward. The Immortals, both Land Raiders have pushed up. I'm going to put some shots in. We'll see what happens as we move into the Iron Hands shooting phase. Turn 1.
Why are you making rolls today?
how awesome it is. So the sum total of the shooting was a single glance on the Sakaran Venator, and that's about it. 1,000 Suns single luckiest turn so far, all thanks to the Leviathan scarring off. We'll see what happens as we move into 1,000 Suns, turn 1. So 1,000 Suns movement phase, turn 1. The battle tank is hiding. The Scorpius hasn't moved for its full quota of shots. This guy's moved back, past his dangerous. Spartan has moved up a bit, and my drop pod scattered. Oh shit! Sorry, Kenny. Fortunately, not quite as badly. See what happens as we move into 1,000 Suns shooting phase, because there's no psychic phase. Turn 1. So 1,000 Suns, turn 1. Totally ineffective, really. We have a single dead breacher, and we have 1 hull point done on the Land Raider. That's about it. We'll come back as in Iron Hands movement phase, turn 2. So we are midpoint through the Iron Hands movement phase, and spoiler alert, that got a double 1 on his dozer blade and he's stuck there. And Kenny forgot to fire his thud gun at my Scorpius, so I let him, and he inflicted 1 glancing hit on my Scorpius. I forgot to fire my Scorpius, Kenny let me fire it, and I missed all of these boys, but managed to put a single wound on his stud gun. So all's fair in love and war. So Kenny's movement phase, we have attack squad come on here. We have attack squad come on.
As long as he's in 25 of that.
12.
Right.
So if you go 6.
36.
Bear in mind you want to try and deny me cover.
No.
Because it's got 5 up. Sorry, this is live on camera, guys. This is how we play.
I've only got 6.
He's shooting through the ruins.
Well, I forgot if I'm not shooting through the ruins. The ruins are there.
You could just come here.
Still shooting through the ruins there?
No, if you come here. There you go. So, attack squad, live on camera. Ross and Kenny play 4K. Meltagun squad, hiding. Girls. Other outflanking attack squad, blocking in the Sakaran. Spartan is just beasting it up, just being a huge threat. We saw that this has beached itself, which is a horrible experience. I know Kenny seems to be having a nightmare so far, but it's still only turn 2. Breaches and the culverins have moved round. Some of the culverins have stood still. They're going to be putting shots into the drop pod. See what happens as we move into the shooting phase for the Iron Hands. Turn 2. End of Iron Hands, turn 2. A severely depleted drop pod. Just to be clear, these guys did all the damage. No saves made. Multi-melter got through. Made my cover save. Jammy. Over here, nothing to the Venator. Scorpius deed. Very deed. Eventually to multi-melter from that guy. So that leaves us with the battle tank that's in trouble, but we've got some reserves coming on. We'll see what happens as we move into 1,000 Suns. Turn 2. So 1,000 Suns movement turn 2. All the reserves came on. So Daka, Dread, Attack Squad, Rhino. Spartans moved up, disgorged its passengers. We've got a 7-inch charge on them. Probably fail it. Dreadnoughts come out. It's going to be a risky charge in that, but hopefully the melter gun will sort them out. Flappy Birds come on, ready to take some shots into these boys. Land Raider, we're not bothered about it, it's stuck. Coming round board, should have done this first really, it would have made more sense logistically. Venator's going to put some shots into the side of the Spartan. These boys have jumped out, hopefully to take out the Rhino and gun down some Marines. And battle tank can't actually move now, so he's kind of stuck there. But we'll see what happens as we move into Psychic phase, because we have one for the 1,000 Suns, turn 2. And we've got a 4. So, Kenny's just suggested that we should film the dice rolls because they've just been awful now for me. All of this just managed to wreck a Rhino. Brilliant. The Venator got a penetrating hit on the Spartan and blew off the heavy bolters. These boys and this failed to do anything whatsoever to the rhino.
Rhinos rule.
So that was just a bit of a nightmare. This accounted for two coverings.
Yeah.
Two of the
there's 4 dead.
It's 4 dead. Two. Did I kill 1 or 2 last turn? I don't know. A couple of them died.
Last kind of killed them.
Oh, the Spartan killed the culverin. Way to make your points back. The Contemptor hit with his heavy flamer and missed with his melter gun. Good man. So we are actually into Thousand Suns Assault Phase turn 2. We've got about a 6-inch charge there and a 7-inch charge there. We'll come back to you after we've done the shooting. In what can only be called as a horrible turn to repay the fact that Kenny's Leviathan scattered off the board, the Contemptor wrecked the Rhino, didn't even blow it up, and these boys failed the charge with a mighty 5-inch. Yay! They're going to get hurt. Let's see what happens as we move into Iron Hands. Turn 3. Iron Hands movement, turn 3. The breaches, the Immortals are going to give it belt fed to the Terminators. The Culverins are snap firing, but they'll still probably plough into them. I'm guessing the Thunderfire Cannon will do much the same. These boys are going to probably gank a Contemptor by shooting it in the ass, and rightly so, because it only just hurt a Rhino. And these boys are probably going to drop this, maybe this, I don't know, we'll see what Kenny's got in store. Gorgon Terminators have decided to get out because they're not doing much in that Land Raider. Spartan's turned, it is snap firing, but it's going to put shots into the Venator. And the Praetor and the Termi squad have split. So the Termi squad will be either hunting this, if these Marines kill enough of these, or finishing what's left of these off. He, however, will be mullering a Rhino, which makes me think that Kenny's got tanks on the mind. So, after Iron Hands movement and shooting turn 3, the deadlock of horrible nothing is dying is finally broken. This guy's taken a single glancing hit. The Terminators have taken a good old kick in. This Rhino has died. These boys are pushing up here. This Rhino's died. A few of these have died. And that's kind of about it, but we've got an assault phase to come. Let's see what happens as we move into Iron Hands assault phase, turn 3. Oh, Flappy Bird jinked as well. So, failed charge. Kind of pays back for the fact that I failed my charge over here. I feel anyway. And over here, these boys went into Contemptor. Contemptor killed 2 in return. It's going to be a melt bomb next turn though, so that could get quite scary. We'll see what happens as we move into the Thousand Suns. Turn 3. So, Thousand Suns movement. These guys are hopefully going to get rid of some of these. Praetor's come off. He's going to be charging into these to support the Contemptor by hopefully challenging our Sergeant.
I've just made you charge harder because I should have piled in, shouldn't I?
Piled in.
And wrapped round your guy. I've totally always forget about that.
Keep piling. So we've got a slightly harder charge there, we'll see. These guys are going to have to push up into these breaches. Flappy Bird flappied off. This guy's... we might... because we only have to put 1 more wound on the thud gun. We might shoot the thud gun. We'll see what happens. This thing, being brave, has retreated. This thing is a bit stuck. The boys are hopefully going to attack the guys, but we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. That was Thousand Suns movement, turn 3. The psychic phase. Oh, we've got 8 dice. We might pass one this time. Oh, we'll just let it focus. Right, end of Thousand Suns shooting phase, turn 3. Nothing. Killed a few guys. Well, he killed a few guys. These guys didn't bother. They're going to put charge in. Over here, all this killed 2 Marines. Yay. Over here, these guys failed to kill out. This thing ganked a few of the cult shitloads. Psychic Shriek as well. Over here, we have a charge for the Praetor and a charge for these boys. Oh, in the psychic phase, he took a wound. Brilliant. So, we will do assault. Yeah, Thousand Suns assault phase, turn 3. So, it looks like things haven't changed that much. They failed to get in with a 5-inch charge, rolling 4. He failed to get in with a 5-inch charge, rolling 4. And the Psyker died to Overwatch. Yay! In better news, the Contemptor's still alive. He killed a single Marine. Yay, Contemptor. Well worth it. Just brilliant. Just amazing. Over here, I lost, but fortunately stuck around. But I don't think they'll last long now. So let's see what happens as we move into Iron Hands. Turn 4. If we cut my gap right. Turn 4. End of Iron Hands movement, turn 4. Praetor is still on his own, giving the Gorgons the option of charging the Marines or the tank. See what happens there. Spartans moving up, Gorgons moving up. Probably going to die. Probably going to die. That's going to be 2 melter guns and melter bombs into the rear. Other than that, not a lot of movement really. We'll see what happens.
A little bit of shuffling.
A little bit of shuffling. We'll see what happens as we move into Iron Hands, shooting phase, turn 4, in what can only be described as possibly the most horrible game of 30k ever.
Not the greatest comeback ever.
Greatest comeback ever. The Thousand Suns successfully snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. I do have that Flappy Bird, but it's going to have to do something really good. So Kenny's Land Raider has just shot Praetor, who failed to make his charge. And he kind of deserves to die, so 4 up, he's dead. That's a 2. So, end of Iron Hand shooting phase, turn 4. As we saw, Praetor shuffled off. Yay. Venator got ganked by 2 melter guns. And Sakaran got wrecked by Gorgon Flamer Thing of Doom on the Praetor. We're on to the assault phase. You've got a 3-inch charge because you're going through terrain. Oh, leave that there, Kenny! Snickers! That was fucking believe. And then we've got, what else have we got? That's it for charges. So let's see what happens as we move into the Iron Hands assault phase. Yay! Turn 4. So, Contemptor went pop, and he deserved to because he failed to hit 4 attacks. 2 1s and 2 2s. Over here, slightly better. The Terminators didn't die and managed to kill 3 breaches, so we might finish them off in my turn 4. We'll see what happens. This ended up as a push due to the Snake Eyes roll. Yay! So we'll come back to you at the end of movement for Thousand Suns turn 4. It's not going to take long. So, Thousand Suns movement, turn 4. These guys have moved up, got a 5-inch charge, unless one of them gets ganked. This guy's moving up to put shots into these guys. He's sitting there to carry on shooting them. Flappy Birds come on to shoot these guys. That is it. We have lost a shit ton in turns 3 and 4. See what happens in the psychic phase. Oh no, he died to Overwatch. Let's see what happens in the shooting phase. Thousand Suns, turn 4. So, shooting phase. Thousand Suns, turn 4. The combined firepower of the Daka Dread and the Flappy Bird killed these boys off. The Spartan finally finished off the Volkite culverins. And that's about it really, because we are losing things in droves. So we've got a combat here, and we've got a combat here, and we've got a charge here. So we'll get back to you after Thousand Suns, turn 4, assault phase. So we saw how well they did not do, and over here, I somehow won. No, draw. Total push. No wounds either side. Over here, the sergeants failed to duo to each other. The Terminators got 4 wounded hits through, and Kenny rolled 3 6s out of 4 dice for his saves. So he lost by 1, and those fuckers are still there. For God's sake, just die. So let's see what happens in the Iron Hands turn 5 movement. So Iron Hands movement phase, turn 4. These guys have come round, kill that. The Gorgons have got a 10-inch charge on the Spartan. We'll see what happens there. Immobilised Land Raider is still immobilised. That Land Raider is still immobilised. And right over in the corner, Praetor has joined his Terminators, who are going to absolutely rinse those Marines. To be fair, they have totally taken the piss out of you. We'll see what happens as we move into the shooting phase for Iron Hands. Turn 4. So, end of shooting phase for the Iron Hands. This thing jinked for all it was worth. Got hit once, 1 pen, and jinked it. Good man. And that is it. So we've got an assault here. Kenny, just don't roll. Oh no.
Oh no,
no, yeah. There's not much point in us rolling the dice, to be fair. Oh no, you've got Chain Fist. There is total. Oh no, you've got Lightning Claws. We'll roll some dice and see if I can gank a Marine or something.
10-inch charge on the Spartan.
10-inch charge on the Spartan. Let's do it on camera. Just to be clear, 7. Nobody was surprised when these guys died. Over here, Terminator's lost. Sergeant actually ganked the Terminator Sergeant, and my Terminator's killed nothing. You made both saves? Brilliant.
5 up inlands.
Oh, that is so annoying. They are so good. I know you're not keen, but that stubborn rule and the 5 up invuls is just saving him. Anyway, let's see what happens as we move into Thousand Suns. Turn 5. Thousand Suns movement. These guys are desperately trying to catch these guys. Probably what happened. We've got a bit of a shooting gallery over here against the Gorgon Terminators. We'll see what happens there. And we've got a combat there. And that is everything we've got this turn. So we'll see what happens in the Thousand Suns shooting phase, turn 5, and come back to you. End of Thousand Suns shooting phase, turn 5. The Gorgons are dead. These Marines aren't. He took 4 bolt pistols and a quad las.
Break test.
Oh, break test. Pass. So we've got an 8-inch charge and an Overwatch shot, Kenny. Misses. 8-inch. Fuck off. 3.
I've just seen the
3. 3. Every time. So we've got 1 combat to fight. It should be brief, but we'll see what happens. Come back to you after the assault phase. Turn 5. So end of the assault phase, and as we saw, he didn't get charged. And even worse, Kenny had 2 5 up invuls to make and made them both. So it's 2 Terminators versus 2 Breaches in turn 5. Oh, for God's sake, just die. Iron Hands, turn 6. Movement phase.
Didn't move. Immobilised.
In combat. Movement! So he's got a 6-inch charge to whack a melter bomb on the Spartan, which we've seen time and again has destroyed it. So let's see what happens as we move into the shooting phase. And before you ask, Kenny, yes I am jinking. Right. End of the shooting phase. It jinked. That is kind of it. We have a 6-inch charge for melter gun guy on the Spartan. He's going to blow it. We know he's going to blow it. 6-inch. Come on, Kenny. Live on camera. Live on camera. In! Hits on 3s. Oh god! Yay! That assault. Let's do it on camera for sheer signals. 1 attack from a guy. Misses. 2 attacks from a fist. 1 hit. Ooh, wounds on 2s. Wounds. We've got a 4 up invul. Ah, dead. 4 attacks back though. 4 attacks back. 1 hit. Wounds, 5 up. Boss there. Oh, leadership, -1. Pass. So we've got 1 Terminator left. Oh, this is killing me. Literally.
Get his kill point here.
Right, well, that was the end of Iron Hand's turn, yeah. So let's see what happens as we move into Thousand Suns. Turn 6.
Don't want that. Land Raider. Yay.
Don't really matter.
It does.
Thousand Suns movement. These guys have come round to hopefully kill him. He's come round to either kill him or kill that. That's moved to kill that. That's moved to kill him. And maybe shots into that. Well, I don't know. We're going to have a go. And these boys are going to charge these to hopefully finish them off, because that's a kill point. Let's see what happens as we move into Thousand Suns. Turn 6, shooting phase. So the last Thousand Suns shooting phase, we killed the Marine and we blew off about 2 hull points on that Land Raider, which blew off the las cannon and the other one didn't do snap iron. So it is on 2 hull points, but it will finish on 2 hull points.
I only got them 2 back, alright, you get now.
Yeah, thanks for that, Kim. They're charging then. Do I have to run? Yay! I made a charge. But let's see what happens as we move into the assault phase to hopefully kill these guys. So what a squad of Terminators and a Psyker couldn't do, 10 TAC squad Marines did do. Good guys. We'll top up. Oh no, let's show what we were after. I'm guessing Kenny says tanks. Mine says no one surprised. Kenny says tanks. Mine says infantry. So we'll top up the victory point and get back to you. I think that this is going to be an Iron Hands victory, but we'll wait and see. It's kill points plus bonus for killing what we were supposed to kill. So this is the way the world ends. We've just totted it up. Iron Hands 15, Thousand Suns 14. Basically came down to the Warlord kill, but in reality it came down to Kenny's Leviathan scattering off and me not making a butt ton of charges.
And me.
Yeah, you
failed more than you.
Yeah, you
I failed more than you. At least I did, and I've rolled so many fucking ones.
Well, you and me both, mate, don't worry about it. Your Snake Eyes charge, and you've got your immobilised Land Raider. And
Treble 1 on the Land Raider.
well, no, treble 1's harsh.
No, I rolled a 1 followed by a 2 for my first terrain test, then rolled a double 1 for my second terrain test.
Listen, I do it all day, every day. But anyway, this is the way the world ends. 15-14. What a great game. Epic handshake.
Oh dear.